everyone to Poppin, Often, with Lofton. Today, we're gonna be looking at Amy's skill tree. What to take, when to take, who to take, how to take for both PvP and PvE. Now, before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about something. For those of you who don't care, go ahead and skip. I have a timestamp for you guys because you guys are the ones that you guys just wanted the guide, right? You guys don't really care what I got to say, but you guys just want the guide. So if you guys just want the guide, click the timestamp for the guide, all right? Goodbye. I'll see you because you're gonna click. I'm gonna see you. Okay, so a lot of people have been asking for the Amy guide, and I want to kind of let you guys know why I haven't put it out there as fast as possible. Kind of like Ronan. I haven't been completely honest with y'all. You haven't been honest. No, I haven't been completely honest with y'all, and I'm probably never gonna say this again. So listen up. I mean, ears close. The reason why I was so late for this is because there's just been a lot of crazy, bad, weird stuff kind of going on in my life lately. Basically, the first time that I asked for assistance on Patreon was kind of when it started. So I don't want to go too in depth with why or what or how or like anything like that, but I wasn't completely honest. So it's not like I was like taking the YouTube money and running, because like YouTube didn't pay me a dime, first of all. It's not like I didn't enjoy making the content. I mean, I read every single one of you guys' comments. I love it when you guys comment. Sometimes I'm just chilling at the computer, just waiting for a comment after I post so I can just respond to you guys. You guys know how fast I respond to you guys. I love your comments. I love seeing it. I love being notified about it. I love that I'm helping you guys. It's amazing. So when it comes to making the videos, it's not that I'm being lazy. I am a little lazy sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, but that's not what's keeping me from making the videos. I just physically can't make the videos. And like I said, I don't want to go into detail on that because none of that, it doesn't really matter. But when I'm asking for assistance on Patreon, it is just that. It's to help me be able to actually continue to make content and continue to actually put out the content for you guys. I love making the content. I love seeing you guys comment. I love to know that you guys are helping. I love talking to you guys in my Discord and stuff like that. But I don't know if you guys noticed, I haven't even really been on Discord as much as I would like to. And the same thing with Grand Chase. I haven't been really able to play it as much as I would like to as well. And for all of the same reasons. So not to make this last too long, but as I said, there's just been a lot of stuff going on lately. And if you guys want to help support me to be able to actually consistently make this content, that is your best bet. Patreon down below. So kind of like save the chase, but save the Poppin Often with Lofton. Look, I'm sorry. Those of you who are Patreons, thank you. I do appreciate it. I know I haven't been making the content out, so I like, part of me feels like you're being cheated, and I hate that feeling because I do want to continue to make the content for you guys, for the Patreons, because you're essentially helping me make the content. But like I said, when we reach our goal, I'll be able to pump out that content constantly. I want to make so many Grand Chase videos, so many Grand Chase guides and stuff like that. And when we reach that goal, and I hope we do reach that goal, that is when I'll be running it, because I actually have the ability to. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, and if you guys really care about where this channel is going and care about me being able to actually be able to do it, because I want to. And as I said, I'm not going to say that again because I don't want no pity parties for Poppin Often with Lofton. I'm just saying. This is going to be the last time I say it, but I just wanted to make sure because there's been a lot of people that have been asking in the comments for this video. And for those of you who, like I said, actually cared about why, you know, this is why. So once again, Patreon down below. I really appreciate your support and help so I can continue to make the content, so I can continue to go with the streams, continue to hang out with you guys, continue to be a part of all you guys' lives, because it really brings me so much joy to be a part of that, to know that you guys care. And I think you guys like it when I care about you guys too. A lot of you guys have been DMing me about advice for things, whether it be Grand Chase, computer related, or whatever, and I do not mind answering you guys. As you guys see, I answer as fast as I can. So I love all you guys. So as I said, I won't be saying any of that again. Like I said, I don't want no pity parties for Poppin Often with Lofton. So let's get started with the Grand Chase Amy guide. All right, so first off, a lot of this stuff is useless. I'm not gonna look. I love Amy, she's fun. She's awesome. That's the coolest part about Amy, she's fun. Like all the other characters are edgy. I'm not gonna lie, every single one is edgy or stupid. Let's be real. So we're gonna start with the same thing, PvE first. So dungeoning skill tree, and then we're gonna hop into the PvP skill tree, okay? So for the PvE, so this is what your skill tree should look like. You should have dancing combo attack level 2, dancing combo level 3, dancing attack level 2. So special abilities, this is probably the thing that kind of gets you guys the most. So we're gonna be looking at this as in a weird kind of way here. So for dungeons, you want either Shy Shy Punch 1 or Shy Shy Punch 2. And even honestly, you probably don't even need to. You can just stay with Shy Shy Punch 1. But if you really want to go with Shy Shy Punch 2, go by all means. But I recommend you stay with Shy Shy Punch 1 because it allows you to have more SP to put in your other abilities if you want to have fun with those. Upgrading it doesn't really do too much, so I would leave it at level 1. Now, as far as any of these go, you don't really need them It restores your HP, so you can get it if you want. It's really cool for dungeons if you really need to restore your HP or your teammates' HP without actually having to use your third bar here. So I think that it's definitely doable if you guys want to just go with the pots, but in my opinion, Shy Punch 1 is fine, or the pots. I wouldn't take 3, I wouldn't take Photoshop. If you want to be more team-oriented, you can go with Dancing Fever level 3. If you don't want to, you can go with Sacred Dance level 2. What this does, it allows you to get more mana when you're attacked, but it also lowers how much damage you take. So this is more team-oriented, Dance Fever. This is more I'm solo-oriented. I don't recommend Stigma, up to you, but I don't recommend it. So yeah, either Sacred Dance level 2 if you're like solo and I don't really care about nobody, I'm doing me, or if it's Dance Fever if you're like I love helping people. Okay. The last ability here is Loving You, or you can go with Fan Service. Either or is perfectly fine. It restores HP, so if you want to be more heal oriented, let's say you didn't take this pot, then you can go ahead and take Loving You. Fan Service here actually buffs the attack and defense of your party, whoever is around you, and it also gives them HP recovery if they're close. Now, the only problem with Fan Service is that if you do swap your other mode, you'll cancel this effect. Loving You, you can swap modes, doesn't even matter, and this one actually restores HP. It's not increasing their recovery. So when it's restoring HP, you're basically healing them. When you're increasing the recovery with Fan Service, it's just making them heal a little bit faster, but you're not actually giving them any heals at all. Does that make sense? With this page, let's clarify here, because I know that was a lot. If you're playing for yourself, okay? You're playing for yourself. Shy Punch 1, Sacred Dance level 2, and then you can go ahead and go with Amy Dance. So that's what I recommend. So it'd be this 1, 2, 3. That's what your thing should look like, okay? Now, as far as if you're playing with a team, it looks something like this. So you can go Shy Punch 1 if you want, but if you don't want to, you can go with Divine Message. You can go with Dance Fever, and then you can go with either Loving You. If you took Shy Punch, Loving You. If you didn't take Shy Punch, and you took the Divine Message, then by all means take Fan Service. So it should look like that, okay? If you took Shy Punch though, it should look like this. Okay? We solid? All right, next one. All right, so with this one, it's a little bit different, okay? So this one's kind of awkward, because this is what I mean by it's kind of fun. Like you're having fun here. So a lot of it's not really beneficial, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of it is at the same time, but it's more about if you enjoy it because you're not really missing out on too much. I would recommend that you would go with a spinning counter. Why? Because it allows you to have more invincibility frames. It's really, really cool in dungeons, PvP too, but it's really, really cool in dungeons because you can sit there and you can just swing and dodge a really massive attack for free, okay? Now, as far as the next ability goes, it's kind of the same thing. Flash Dance, you want to have the same exact reason, right? It does a lot of damage when you're doing your combo, but on top of that, it gives you a huge amount of invincibility frames in which you can just dodge everything. And then the last one here, I recommend the Psycho Crash. Cool looking ability, it's fun, I like it, cool. The rest of the abilities, you can just put your points in if you would want to, just to kind of have fun and see them. You should have a lot of points left over because you didn't really get anything, okay? So I hope this helped you with the PvE aspect, and then of course your skill tree, you can put points into it because it doesn't cost any. All right, so let's go into the game and see what this looks like. All right, so how we're gonna do this is we're gonna look at all the abilities like I said, and we're gonna see just demonstrate it. So you have the Shy Punch 1, boom. The other ones knock them up and away, which is why it's not really important to have in a dungeon, because you don't really need to knock them up and away, right? Like, what's the point? You want them to be together. As far as the second ability, here you go. Nice little buff for the team. As far as the third ability, Loving You, here we go. Once again, they have to be in the proximity, and you get that little buff. Now let's go to the Fighting Stance. So the Fighting Stance, you have the level 2. Really, really good frames here, if you guys will see. Look at that. Look how long you're just in the air, you're not getting hit. Same thing for the second ability. Right here. Look how long you don't get hit. Look at that. Oh, look at all them frames. And then the final one really doesn't give you any frames, but it's a lot of damage and it's really cool looking, and it clumps everybody together, so it's really cool. And a cool little tip about this ability, it doesn't really matter if they are close, it doesn't matter if they're near. So you could say like, well, what if she's far away? If we demonstrate this from this angle, it will drag them and it will clump them. But you see it does less damage. It ticks kind of slowly. But if you do it on a wall, you actually get all your damage way quicker. So as you see, she's gonna hit rapidly. Bam, 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 bam. You see that? The other one was bam, bam, bam. This one's like bam, 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 bam. So if you want to get that quick damage off fast, especially in PvP, you would want to make sure that they're clumped on the wall. All right, now the PvP skill tree here. Oh my dang. Okay, this is my favorite. Is it really? I mean, I like them both. I mean, I'm lying. Okay, so with the PvP, it's kind of the same thing, not gonna lie. You want to take this one, that one, pretty much the same that you took before, right? It allows you to have a lot more points into your other abilities, and this is what you really kind of want to have. The other ones are kind of useless in terms of stuff. Okay, so now for the PvP side, I would take Photo Shot, or I would take Shy Shy Punch level 3. Shy Shy Punch level 3 allows for an air grab. Photo Shot allows for a setup for other abilities and things like that. So if you're a player that like loves to do air grabs, or a player that's really mechanical, Shy Shy Punch level 3 is for you. If you're a player that's like, I like PvPing, but I think it's a little bit too difficult for me, and I don't really like having to do all this crazy air stuff, I would just rather use my ability, and I got you. Photoshop is the one to use, okay? So the next one here for level 2, you can go with Stigma if you would like, or you can go with Sacred Dance. When we're talking about Stigma, it just reduces their HP and MP recovery, but once again, it's up to you if you would like. I would still take Dance Fever if you're in a pre-made, or I would take Sacred Dance if you're 1v1ing. I wouldn't take the Stigma. If you're in a party, then I would use Fan Service. Not really loving you. Fan Service, the buffs are just insane. It's very, very good for PvP. You don't really need to heal in PvP. Increasing the HP regain is enough. You don't really need to waste your time healing people. So this is what it would look like if you're playing as a team and you're a mechanical player. If you're not a mechanical player, you would just take Photo Shot. Okay? If you're playing by yourself, I would definitely just recommend this. Photo Shot, Sacred Dance, and then like I said, this is whatever. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be using it by yourself anyway. There's not really team buffs there. But if you wanted to, I would say Fan Service. If you're more mechanical, as I said, take Shy Shy Punch. Okay? Simple. Boom. Cool. So for this one's a little bit different. The fact that spinning counter actually allows them to counter out of your attack, it's a little iffy. I wouldn't really recommend using it in PvP unless you're trying to have fun. This one's just a lot more for sure. It's a lot easier. You just throw it and they get hit. But personally, I like to take spinning counter. But if you want to be more efficient, take reverse turn. But I like spinning counter. Triple Axle, not really necessary. It's kind of cool. It's like Muse, her second job, but like I wouldn't recommend it. This one's just a lot easier to hit, spinning counter, and I like it. It's fun. The second ability I would take is Ditsy Rush. It allows you to go left or right if they jump out of your ability. If they're over you, whatever, you can turn it, and you're not forced to just shoot the ability in one direction. Or you can use it to traverse the map. It's really cool. I love this ability. I would definitely take it. And then the final one I would take is Psycho Crush. Or I would take Beauty Mode. Beauty Mode is cool for blasting everybody away. If you're in a party, that's really, really cool ability to use because you get close to everybody and then bam, you knock them away. And then if you're playing 1v1s, Psycho Crash is definitely fine. Cool. And then you have the shared skill tree, of course, whatever. So we have the Shy Shy Punch level 1. And it allows for the air grab, as I said, if you're a mechanical player. If you're not, then take Photo Shot. Photo Shot basically just stuns them. You can just call it a stun. And they're frozen. They can't do anything, and you can just go ahead and do your combo. It's way more for sure hit than Shy Shy Punch if you can't get the grab off. Of course, like I said, the buff, of course, as I said, the buff to allow you to get more mana when you're getting hurt. You already seen the fan service. Let's go to the attack that we see. Of course, that one. I probably should have taken the other one because we already seen this one. The second ability here is the rush. So as you see, it goes in one direction, but you can turn it if you would like. So if she happened to jump over me, so I'm gonna try to do this at one time if I could pull it off, all right? So she tried to jump over me like that, and she's over there, I can turn around and I can still get her. That way it's not leaving me open and I'm able to actually get them. And then the last one, of course, you've seen is the one where she throws her stuff and it drags them away and does a lot of damage. So it's really up to you what you want to take there. I do want to say you can also still take the long combo one, the one that I showed in the PvE, the long combo attack on her second ability. You can take that too, but the problem with that one is people can just counter out of it way too easily. Like if you use it, you'll be mad because they countered out of it like that. So you're using a second bar for them to use one, and then you're down 2 bars. That's the only reason why I don't recommend it, is because they can counter out of it way too easily. So up to you if you want to take it, but that's why I tell you not to. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As I said, if you guys want to help support the channel, feel free to go ahead and scroll down to that Patreon down below. I appreciate all the help that you guys are giving me to be able to make more content. I'm sorry about the delay. I always am. But when we reach our goal, we won't have a delay and we'll be able to continue to pop in often but Lofton. I didn't really make sense in the sentence, but I like the way it sounded, I think. Until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for what? Poppin' often. I hope this helped you guys with Lofton.